Good morning, Century League. This is Nico, owner, GM, and head coach of the Detroit Lions, which we're going to call the Detroit Kitty Cats from now on because we're terrible in this league and in real life. I'm coming to you guys to do your guys' previews for Week 13. It's like 3:32 a.m. I'm in the truck again because it's late, so we're going to call these the truck reviews from now on. But I'm going to give you guys your previews, and then also at the end, I'm going to run down real quick the top 8, the second tier top 8, I think it is, and then the bottom guys who are playing for the first round draft pick. So kind of listen to this till the end, okay? But let's start off with our number one matchup. Oh, and by the way, I'm going to be drinking. Had a hard day at work today. If you guys are wondering what that is, that's a pickle spear inside of a beer. We have a Midwest tradition that we do. It's frosted mugs, a pickled spear, and some cold beer. It's called Beers with Spear, so don't think I'm a weirdo. It's just a Midwest tradition. So, this might be a little long one. Not too long. I'll try to do really, really fast. For our first matchup, we're going to have the Detroit Lions and the Chicago Bears. Again, another rivalry game. I can't say that word correct. I don't know why. Anyways, but we're going to have that game. And that game is going to go Detroit going to Chicago. Now, Chicago's going to be led by Prescott and by Cooper. Chicago right now is favored in this game to win 89.2-0. I don't start my lineup until the day of when the player has to play. It's just a mind trick thing I do. And it's better for me at last minute. I can look up what's going on with the player. For that game, I'm going to say, actually, this is the first time I'm going to say this, I think Chicago's going to win. My team this year, the Lions, have just been terrible. I was really good at the beginning. I didn't make moves when I should have made moves, and I held on to some guys. But again, this is a keeper league. So in a keeper league, you know you're going to hold on to some of these guys next year who might have better seasons. So I'm deciding to play for next year pretty much. Oh, and the second tier playoff thing. Don't know exactly how that works. The commission will more expand on that. But I'm going to actually take Chicago Bears. I think my team is falling apart right now. They're not doing that good. So that's going to be our first matchup. We're going to go to our second matchup, and that's going to be Seattle traveling to Los Angeles. Ooh, it's going to be a good one. We got Seattle led by Lamar Jackson. He's been lighting it up. Last week had a good week. Saquon Barkley, you could take or leave Saquon Barkley. He's really not been doing that good coming off that injury. And Kenny Golladay. Now, I think Kenny Golladay is going to have a very, very good week. Very good week, mark my words. Then we have the Rams. We're going to have Tannehill. Todd Gurley, not bad. Leonard Fournette, I think, is going to have a good week. And Robert Woods, look for Robert Woods this week to light it up. Right now, it's projected 102 for Seattle and 100 to Los Angeles. I personally, looking at the team and the lineups, I think the LA Rams are going to take this one. And, I mean, you can say an upset, but 2 points, it's not really an upset. Let's go to our third game of the week. We're going to have Pittsburgh Steelers traveling to New England. The New England Patriots. And this one looks to be a blowout. We have Mason Rudolph going for Pittsburgh Steelers. We also have, I guess, Vance McDonald, Tengen Jr. Yeah, that Mason Rudolph one. I don't know what's going on with him. I haven't looked anything up, but he's projected to get 0.1 points. So I got to look more into that and see what's going on. Now for the New England Patriots, we have Tom Brady. We also have D.D. Westbrook, who I think is going to be doing some stuff, and Tyler Lockett, and Travis Kelce, and Samuel Diggs. Right now, New England's picking it up at the end of the season. They're running it. That's a team right now I'm looking at that's going to make a lot of push. The stat line right now shows Pittsburgh Steelers projected 53.9 to New England's 103. Again, sorry if the camera angle is kind of weird. I'm balancing the phone on my steering wheel right now. So that's that game for you. Let's jump to our next game. We have the Baltimore Colts, 94.7, traveling to the Cleveland Browns, projected to get 96.2. For the Baltimore Colts, we have Sam Darnold, which had a good week last week, sorry. And we also have Miles Sanders and Ridley and Metcalf. I think, Baltimore on this one, with the matchup that his team has, I think that they're going to pull this one out. I don't think 94 is a fair score for them projected. Cleveland, we have Brissett going, Nicholas Chubbs, good team. Odell Beckham, so-so. This is going to be a tough one to me. I'm still going to give it to Baltimore. And again, Baltimore. Remember, man, I know you're falling down there. Doesn't matter. You're still playing for a draft pick. You have some people you can keep on your team. You get the number 1 draft pick next year. Anything can really happen. All right. Next matchup. The red hot Kansas City. Probably favored right now to take the whole thing. Okay, they're our version of the New England Patriots in our league. But we have the Oakland Raiders traveling there. Oakland is not a team to joke with either. They're a good team in our league this year. But they're going to be led by Nick Foles, Marlon Mack, and let's see, Julio Jones too. 16.4. Marlon Mack is actually projected at 0. I'm sorry, I think he's out this week, so they're going to have to make some adjustments there to the lineup. Nick Foles at 16.8. We have Kansas City, quarterback leading the way, Winston. Good play this week. Le'Veon Bell, really good play this week. And Devontae Adams, really good play this week. George Kittle, also good play this week. This team really looks unstoppable. Kansas City's going to have to get bad weeks out of their guys to lose. And I mean, their record pretty much shows that. So I'm going to give this one to Kansas City. I think the stat line at 29 plus is going to go good. Again, the projected scores are 81.7 for Oakland and 111.1 for Kansas City. I'm sorry, that's 101.1. All right, let's go to our next game here. We have the Denver Broncos traveling to Houston to play the Oilers. The Broncos are going to be led by Russell Wilson, Cook from Miami, Tyreek Hill, which he got me in some of my other leagues a few weeks ago when he dropped that goose egg. Did not like that at all. But we'll see if he can keep it up. And Cooper Kupp. Good team right now. Denver's setting their best over there. But also over here on the Oilers side, we have Aaron Rodgers and McCaffrey and Evans. I think this game, it's projected at 115 for Denver and 110 for the Oilers. I don't think that's a fair score for either one of those teams. I think a lot of these guys in these teams are going to have blowout games. I could see these game ending somewhere in like 130s to 150 or 140 to 155. Like, I think they're both going to score a lot, and it's going to depend on a big day from Cook on Denver or if McCaffrey's going to have a big day for the Oilers. I really think it's going to come down to that. But I'm still myself, with the matchups that I can see here, I'm going to give it to the Oilers. I'm giving it to the home team here. And let's go to our next matchup here. We have the New York Football Giants traveling to Green Bay. Again, if you guys don't know about our division, Chicago, Green Bay, New York, and the Lions, it's a black and blue division. It's a hard division. Again, I was at the top of it at one point and got taken out. It's a really, really hard division. But divisional battle here. Again, this whole week, everybody's in a divisional battle. But this one is another rivalry for me. It's going to be New York led by Matt Ryan. Not bad playing against New Orleans. Ezekiel Elliott. Again, not bad either. And then they got Godwin and Thomas. I like the Giants team. I really do. New York Giants team. Then we got over here the commish. We got him playing Drew Brees, Aaron Jones, Singletary. The Singletary play to me on Thursday is a scary one. I know I'm not saying Singletary's not a good running back or anything like that, but his matchup against Dallas kind of scares me just a little bit, and I think that's where the commission might go wrong, and I think that's why ESPN has the projected scores at 119 to 101, having the Giants win by 119, 17.7, plus or minus. I could see here, I see Brees having a decent game. Just worried about that Singletary start. I don't know who else is on his team. Allen Robinson against Detroit always performs good, so I give him a stat line of maybe 6 catches, 70 yards, and at least a touchdown. No matter what, maybe 2 touchdowns. But this one's going to be a tough one to me. I think it's all going to come down to Singletary. If Singletary has a above average game, I could see this going down to the wire. But if not, I think the Giants, New York Football Giants, are probably going to take this one out. Let's go to our next game here. And we have the Arizona Cardinals traveling to the Dallas Cowboys. Now, right now, Arizona is going to be led by Driscoll. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Again, he plays for the Lions. I'm a big freaking Lions fan. I live in Michigan. But yeah, Driscoll. Driscoll's going to be leading her at quarterback at 16.4 points projected. Oh. And Kamara. I'm looking for Kamara to have a really, really big game. Really, really big game against Atlanta. So that's a really good pick there. And also Edelman. Arizona here, I think they got a good chance. This team is coming together. Again, with the quarterback playing Driscoll, I know that sucks, but it's Thanksgiving. It's a short week. You usually show up for Thanksgiving games, and I don't think Driscoll's as bad as a quarterback as people say he is. I think if he plays out the whole season, towards here at the end, he'll not only be a valuable fantasy option, but I think with his running ability, he's a good option for a backup for Matthew Stafford, basically, because Stafford's never had a really good backup in Detroit. On the other hand, we have the Dallas Cowboys. They have Baker Mayfield. Get Baker Mayfield out of your lineup. Just get him out of your lineup, Dallas. Stop. It's over for Mayfield. It's not going to happen. Get him out of your lineup. He has to go. You should not be starting him. Again, I repeat, get him out of your lineup. All right, and over that, we have Ingram, running back from Baltimore. I think he's going to have an awesome week. Stoney Michel, take it or leave it. Adam Thielen. My thing, Adam Thielen. This week, I see Adam Thielen having a breakout week. And I'm talking about real breakout week. I see him getting into that 30-point range again. Maybe in this league, not 30 points, but high 20s, almost 30s. I see him having a breakout game. I'm saying about 8 catches, 108 yards, and about 2 touchdowns is what I see for Adam Thielen this week. I know he's playing Seattle. Seattle's defense not weak or anything like that. I just kind of have a weird feeling about this. And Seattle does have a little holes that can get poked in them. And also you got Carson there. Carson, kind of iffy on him, but again, playing against Miami's front line, Minnesota's front line, it's going to be difficult, but I still think Carson's going to get some off this week. At least a touchdown, though, maybe 40 yards. But the projected score is going to be 98 for Arizona, only 95 for Dallas. I think Arizona walks away with this one. I really do. I think Arizona Cardinals walk away with this one and they win the game. So that's going to be our last game. Now, real quick, please don't leave. I know we're already at 13 minutes, but I didn't know we could find this on our league page. But the commissioner, all right, where is it at? Okay, here we go. He put for the top 8, so we know who's going in the top 8. So for the top 8 right now for the playoffs, this week before week 13 happens, I know stuff can change, we are going to have number 1 team, Kansas City, okay? The number 2 team is going to be, Kansas City Chiefs and the Hawks. Oh, the Atlanta Hawks. I'm sorry. That's weird. All right, our 3rd team is going to be the Giants. 4th team, the Browns. 5th, the Oilers. 6th, the Packers. 7th, the Bears. And 8th, the Broncos. Okay? Now, the 2nd tier here that could still, I guess, make it into the playoffs somehow, I think. Or if they win, I forgot how it works exactly. The commission will explain that to us. It's going to be the Patriots, the Cowboys, the Detroit Lions, and the Raiders. And now, everybody that's going to be playing for first pick, this is important. With how bad my team is performing, I kind of wish I could have been in this bracket because I kind of want to get the first pick next year. If I hold on to some players, I think I could have a really good team next year. We're going to have the Rams, the Colts, the Cardinals, the Steelers. They're going to be playing for the first round pick. So if you're any of those teams, understand you're not going to win the championship this year, but that doesn't really mean you're out of anything. You're going to keep 3 guys. You keep 3 solid guys, and you get a first-round pick for next year. you're adding another solid guy in there. You're going to have the pick of everybody, which I still think is really, really cool. I like the way that league, I like how our league works like that. So pay attention. I know we can't even make any moves. So work that waiver wire, because whatever can happen can happen. You can get a first pick. It's pretty cool. And other than that, okay, so that's it for our previews for week 13. I just want to give a shout out to my division, the black and blue division. We do pretty much all the previews and all the highlights. That's the Giants, the Bears, the Lions, the Packers. Also, the Arizona Cardinals did a highlight too, so shout out to her. But everybody else, get involved, man. Do a highlight or a preview. You don't have to do both the highlights and the previews. We can split stuff up. And yeah, other than that, that's nothing for me. I just want to tell you guys, happy Thanksgiving. We're probably not going to talk on Thursday, so happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy your families. Enjoy football. Enjoy beer. Enjoy turkey. Whatever you do, happy Thanksgiving to you and all your guys' families. This league's awesome. So, with that word, other than that, I just want to say one more important thing. Remember the 3 F's. Faith, family, fantasy football. Love you guys. I'm out. Also, real quick, Epstein didn't kill himself.